Walking can be a tricky business. Hey, so can walking in faith. Listen to the way that Paul describes walking in faith in Romans chapter 8. This is the Message translation. Oh, those who think they can do it on their own end up obsessed with measuring their own moral muscle, but they never get around to exercising it in real life. Those who trust God's action in them, you go ahead, girl. Those who trust God's action in them, they find that God's Spirit is in them, living and breathing God. Obsession with self in these matters is a dead end. Attention to God leads us out into the open, into a spacious and free life. Focusing on the self is the opposite of focusing on God. Anyone completely absorbed in self ignores God. That person ignores who God is and what he's doing, and God isn't pleased at being ignored any more than that sister's pleased at being discovered. But if God himself is taking up residence in your life, you can hardly be thinking more of yourself than of him. Listen to this. So don't you see that you don't owe this old do-it-yourself life? Don't you see that you don't owe this old do-it-yourself life one red cent? There's nothing in it for us. God's Spirit touches our spirits and confirms who we really are. And we know who he is. Then we know who we are. Father and children. He's our daddy, and we're his kids. Walking in faith means we walk with him. Praise God.
So whether we're taking our kids' training wheels off or teaching them how to walk, it's the same thing. We want them to grow and to learn and to build the muscles and to get out there and walk. We want them to be independent. I do. I want my kids to be able to survive. I want them to be able to fend for themselves. I want them to be able to be okay on their own out there. So they don't have to rely on this old guy in a lot of ways. But listen, that's not how it is in our walk with God. In fact, it's the opposite. It's upside down from that. Now, that's not what we think. What we think too many times is, okay, Jesus died on the cross for me. I'm forgiven. I asked Jesus into my heart. Now it's up to me. Now I've got to do it. Now I'm a Christian, so I got to get out there and live right. I'll make you proud, Jesus. No! That's not the way it works, man. It's completely the opposite. We ask Jesus into our heart, all of a sudden what we find out is we can't live without him. We don't know how we went all that way without knowing that he was holding us, but he was holding us. And all of a sudden, when we start this relationship with Jesus, when we start this walk with God, what we find out is we're not growing our spiritual muscles by walking on our own. We're growing in faith by leaning harder on him. The more we lean on him, the more we allow ourselves to be carried by him. That's how faith is built. That's how our relationship with God grows strong. Not by getting out there and doing it on our own, but by leaning hard on him. The more we lean on him, the better our walk goes. Just like so many other things in life, it's upside down from everything we know. You want to learn how to walk as a toddler, as an infant? You want to learn how to ride your bike? Get out there. Grow some muscles. You want to walk closer to God? Lean on him. It's the opposite. It goes against everything that's inside you, but surrender and know that he is in control. He is in charge. And I know it's backward, but the more you give up and just rest in his arms and know that he's the one carrying you, the better this walk's gonna go for you. He's in control anyway. Surrender to that and enjoy it. Love his love.